All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our free call that we have every Sunday to come together in the frequency of love and work with the light codes and the Mother Source creation grid as we emanate light all over the planet. Today is a full moon. It is July 21st, 2024. It is a very special full moon. Just speaking with Debashri in India, it is the most sacred full moon of the year, connected with the vibrations of the gurus. And it is a time when the veil is very, very thin. And we honor those who have dedicated their life to service and spirit. And so here we are. I don't know about you guys, but I have been getting downloads to the point where I'm sitting up doing something and my eyes cannot stay open. They just knocking me out and gone, just out of here. So lots of big, big energies. With those energies, we're always in the polarities, right? Of the energies, super expansive, loving, and at the same time, they can be chaotic and filled with drama. And so we continue on this journey together, hoping to find the 0 point, the middle way, the point in the center, and open our heart to love. So, some of you might be aware, last week, this energy came in that was different for me. It came in last time I was here. You can see the crabs behind me. Probably should have lobsters taken them down. I am in Maine on an island called Vinalhaven. I'm very, very, very blessed to be in a space where I'm looking out at the beautiful expanse of water. And when I was here last year and I'm here again this year, I seem to have contact with these star beings. They come in very strong. And it always seems to line up because I come here the same time every year, right before the Lion Gate, when we're about to really open a massive portal to attune to different star beings through Sirius, the Orion Belt, and all the energies that are coming in. So they come in through the water, and I am spending a lot of time here on the water, and I can sense and feel their presence. And they came in in last week a couple times, and the last transmission, which I very rarely do, I did share it, even though it was part of our membership on YouTube, just because I felt it was really important for as many people to tap into it right now, because it's really is a very different frequency that I'm used to. It's very beautiful and profound, and it's very healing. So if you haven't had a chance to look at that, I encourage you to do so. In the meantime, we are focused on the Mother Source creation grid here as a community. We are doing this together. We are building light around the planet. My mission is to have 144,000 people, as Raphael has asked me over the years to do so, to come together simultaneously in the frequency of love, holding and receiving these codes of light and emanating them into the planet. So I clearly can't do this alone. I need all of you, and we're in it together. So thank you for participating and holding in your heart those codes and those energies and those lights. The beings that came in the other day talked about, so when the light codes were born, they came in as 33 light codes, and then they evolved to 55. And they were speaking the other day that they're going to evolve into 64. We'll have to do those lessons in a quantum way. I can't imagine I'm going to channel 64 light codes, but who knows how that's going to unfold. I'm just allowing it to take place. I think we're around number maybe 22 right now. And the Lion Gate is the next one that the transmission will be receiving, and it will take place on the 12th of August. So the Lion Gate itself opens up right toward the end of July, the 27th. It hits its peak on 8/8, and then it continues to stay open all the way until August 12th. And during that window, we have access to star beings in ways that otherwise we don't. It's a massive portal opening. And just as it's coming to an end, we're going to continue with the light codes so that all these gifts that are coming in during that time, we can fully embody and activate within our being. So we're going to ask Raphael or the green beings or whoever chooses to show up today, what does that mean? What are those gifts? How's that all going to work? If you guys have some questions that you would like to ask today that come in, I'm not sure how today is going to unfold, but we're just going to surrender to the process and allow whatever happens, happens. So, if you're new to this channel, my name's Kelly Kolodny. I've been channeling since 1989. I channel the angel Raphael as the primary frequency that comes through me, yet over the years, I have channeled countless ascended masters and beings of light and seem to kind of be an open conduit to attune to many frequencies that are very, very loving. My parameters around that is that they are emanating light and love, and I have a pretty good radar for that. Pretty damn good. So, we will attune to whoever comes in today. I will tone and go from there. If there's things that are coming up for you that are important in relationship to uh, global or universal things, feel free to throw it in the chat. And if we can get to it, we can. This is not a forum for personal questions. That's something I do in different formats. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple weeks ago I channeled about the elections, and as I recall, Raphael said that everything was going to change. Not to get too attached to what's happening now, because it's going to change many times. And I'm going to continue to reiterate that. Please don't get too attached to the outcome and know that there is a divine plan, I'm sure, that is unfolding, and we can fall back and trust in that as we hold love in our heart and we don't have to get caught in the chaos. Okay, so wow, looks like a lot of questions are coming in. Let me just take a peek here and then we'll start to channel. Yeah, okay, so that was interesting. That the green beings seem to refer to the I Ching, which is not something that I know anything about. Um, but they were talking about the 64 codons in relationship to our DNA. And so that was really showing up. Yeah, we can talk today about the full moon for sure. I'd rather not get into the whole I Ching thing. I'm going to save that for next week with the members. Um, and let's see. Somebody says, yeah, there's some political things going on. And yeah, Raphael told us that that would happen. So Raphael's never steered me wrong, ever. Okay, fabulous. So here we go. And turn off my ringer. Make sure we don't have any disruptions. All right. Look at you, so cool. So good to see all of your beautiful faces. Thank you for showing them to me. I love it when I can see you guys. Oh, and kisses and everything. Oh, thank you. I love kisses. All right. Here we go. I know with the way things are on social media and YouTube and everything's so fast, then I have to stop and drink water and you have to wait a minute for me. I'm really old fashioned. I'm sorry, but I am who I am. I'm just gonna take my time. Okay. Just so you know that normally when I channel, my eyes are closed, but with the green beings, they're often open. So don't allow that to distract you. Just attune to the frequency. Aww. Aww. Ow, 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 hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello,
Hello.
hello, wow. Oh, wow. We are very delighted, as always, to be here and to attune to this vibration and frequency and the expansiveness of this landscape in which this vehicle in which we have been communicating with for some time is landed oneself, as many other beings are landing here as well and coming in through stargates and preparing all of you for the influx of light that is penetrating the veil around your globe. And as this light is coming in, it is creating a lot of what you call disturbances, and it is breaking up lots of energies that are discordant. And in doing so, you will continue to feel lots of shifts and changes in your body, in how you are feeling and how you are operating as new systems are being born and recalibrated, new cells are coming online, and old debris and energies inside of your physical body that are very much in relationship to density that perhaps were had pathogens or were diseased in some way. May begin to flush themselves naturally out of your body. And as this occurs, there will be a need for less food. And it will be important to honor that. For there is a fad going around where people are fasting, which of course is an old and ancient tradition. And this fasting is essential in awakening the body and attuning to higher realms. But as this light bombards the planet, and we can speak of this and how and why this is taking place and occurring, you will be operating more and more from light itself, in which you will be absorbing the light in a different way rather than receiving it from the nutrients of the photosynthesis process that occurs as the light hits certain parts and plants on your planet. And so those who choose right now to take a day, a week, or an afternoon, or etc., or more regularly to fast will accelerate rapidly their capacity to receive this light, to absorb the codes of light that, of course, are called light codes, and to accelerate their ascension process rapidly. And so this is only to be taken on if it is something that is a desire inside, but a lightening in the body will take place, and this assimilation will help with our interaction, communication, and relationship and interfacing with you. And so, with that, hello,
Hello.
hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
What is it you are wanting to talk about?
So, Raphael, thank you so much for telling us about all the light coming onto the planet. I was wondering if you could first start with giving us more details about the full moon that is tonight and the energy that is coming and how, maybe besides fasting, we can open up to receive it even more.
Ah, well, it is more light. That light is coming in, and it is very expansive, and it is in relationship to places that are allowing beings from star systems, particularly those that are very distant, who do not normally have the capacity to enter into your energetic field. In another week or so, will be entering in large numbers until a culmination or a pinnacle point where it will feel like ships of light that are massive and that are moving very rapidly from multiple star systems will be arriving as they have been scheduled to arrive during this time. This full moon can create, like many full moons, a lot of emotion and upset, and it may disturb certain energetic and electromagnetic fields, meaning that disturbances can take place globally and within the Earth, its core and its magnetic field, in addition to the shaking of things. This disturbance then ripples out into the field of the human personality and can present itself in massive shifts and changes. These weeks that you are in now and the upcoming weeks will continue to be riddled with much change, as we have shared before. And yet, simultaneously, it is a very expansive time for stabilization and to stabilize oneself. We speak of this fasting because this will help you to remain stabilized, as well as large quantities of water that are programmed correctly with the light. And as we continue to reiterate over and over, much spaciousness, because the programming and way of being is so quickly shifting that it requires you to perceive and to experience things in a new way. As the green beings were sharing, your energy has been very based and collectively as a fire frequency that is pushed with effort and has been needed, perfect, and transformational. And yet, this water frequency now that is rising around the globe, and the codes that are contained in it, creates a softening in which the way in which you push forward or your desire for outcome in relationship to ego and prestige or accomplishment in certain ways, and the way in which you view those accomplishments are seeded and seen very differently. And because of that, the energies in the generations are changing, and this old structure of higher powers, of hierarchy, are collapsing, and the people will be rising up to attune to perhaps what you might think of as what is a value and true importance in the human experience, which will be giving way to many ideas around the material realm that to date in form and structure and material has been very much valued. But with that, we would like to see if these beings would like to come in for a moment. It sometimes requires a translation, as if I am a translator between the vessel Kelly, myself, and the beings. They do not have these words that you speak of. They communicate in pictures and sound and frequency. But we are curious if they would like to speak, if you would like to speak with them.
We would like to speak with them, but before they come, maybe while you're gearing up for the translation, could you tell us a little bit more about where they come from, who they are, what their agenda is, all these kinds of things?
You can talk with them yourself. Their agenda is love. They have been programmed to arrive now. They have been trickling in like a drip from a faucet for a while now, and yet the faucet has turned on and it is pouring in. They come from many suns. This is hard for you to fully understand. These flares you call that come from the sun are bringing in more light into your body, and they can come and exit through the sun to you. They carry this light. They are in relationship to your planet, meaning they are very different than you are, but it is that they can connect here and assimilate with you to support. It's like a clock that is going off, like an alarm. I am beginning to translate, and soon they will shift into speaking more direct. We come today to give you a gift of sight. We are learning about you as we spend time here, and we have much love for you. As we have said, we do not have feelings the way that you have feelings, but we do not need them in that same way. We are an essence that is connected with what you call source energy. We come through, we have scanned your information. You would call it a wormhole, a tutorial field that we pass through. It is beyond your time space understanding, and we exit through the sun. We are pure light. We enter in through the water, and it is the water where we are emanating our frequency. And this is changing the structure of your water and its patterning. And as you attune to that structure with intention, this water will move through you, and you will feel the gifts that we have implanted in a way in the water in this structure. Yes, if you see us, we appear to be green, but this is simply the frequency that we see on your planet the most, in your landscape and trees, etc. It is the central frequency, and it interfaces with the blue light and the waters. It is these two frequencies that are easiest for us to assimilate to. We are just light, emanaries of light. We have many star sisters and brothers that we work in relationship to, and we are coming in now because you are accelerating. Your bodies are changing, and we are here to love you through this change and to bring gifts so that this acceleration process is and moves with an easy transition for all of you. This will happen in a blink of an eye. Your time way of perception will begin to change, and you will not operate in the same calendar that you have been operating in. And the way in which you give birth and the way in which you die will change. We come through this wormhole that is surrounded by color. You think of these colors like rays of a rainbow. There are many of them and concentric circles that we pass through. On either side, there are beings that are wrapped like six-figure beings in feathers of sort that perhaps look to you like a serpent. These energies are very protective, and these gateways are normally fully closed, and yet they are widening and opening as per your request and our desire to begin to merge together. As we come, we help you to unzip the density of your body and your forgetting to turn into more light. With that, the way of being for you will change very much. And we too receive from you many gifts. Although we are perhaps accelerated in many ways from where you are, there is beauty here on your planet that we cannot perceive in this way that you do. That is why so many of you like to come here. It is so beautiful, and there are so many sensations. You are all worried about things that you don't need to worry about. We find this interesting, especially things that are outside of your influence and your life. When you look in your life and around you, that is something in which is the reflection of your thought forms. Yet so many of you seem caught up in things that are not actually in your room, your space, or the perception of your vision. And yet your mind is attaching to these things. These things seem real to you, and you worry about them because they are part of an old way of being, but they really are not part of your reality unless you keep placing your attention upon them. They actually, in many ways, do not exist unless you have merged directly with them. We have noticed that in your populations around the planet, this is very common. This is a way of disconnecting from your essence and choosing to place attention where something is not. We are encouraging you to pay attention to where you are, to pay attention to your own body, to go inside your body and to explore it. You know of us coming from the distant stars as we pass through these wormholes, stargates, and energies. But these same stargates and wormholes are inside your body too, and you can enter through your body to visit and work with us and come to our places where we are. You might think of that as a planet, but it is not a planet the way yours is. It is very different. We have searched and scanned through your information systems to describe where we are from, and yet you don't necessarily have the words for this place yet, but that's okay. We love you in a way that is hard for you to know, but it is that a twin of you, a union of your own self, resides with us, for you know us somewhere in your heart. And it is by going into your heart and going through and exploring the internal parts of the body through your own vessels, nervous system, etc., that these wormholes exist. And you can travel inward to where we are. You have in the past looked externally up into the night sky to find us, and ancient ones have spoken to us and mapped us this way. The same map of your birth chart and the place in which things were created at the moment of both conception and birth are mapped in the stars, but these same maps are inside your own body. And it will be interesting as you start to acquaint yourselves again with your body. That is why the fasting is important, because it creates space in the body and allows you to go and explore in new ways. As you breathe the light in rather than absorb it through the digestive system and the process of nutrients passing by and discarding themselves. Because of this, you may feel some digestive issues or changes, and that's okay. You're going to adapt. It will occur just as it needs to in the amount of time that it needs to. But there are many changes coming, including the way in which you come together in union and bring new life to your planet. Life will be arriving in different ways as the biology is changing too. You are evolving very rapidly, and the same is true for your death. You will be able to pass through these concentric rainbow circles, spiraling into these wormholes with a conscious awareness of your exit time. This will be different in the way in which you have done it now. You will also be able to hear in a different way and to see. We'd like to help you today with the sight aspect as we are going to be coming in the coming weeks and our energy is going to amplify. We simply come today so that you can begin to attune to our frequency so that when we have turned the volume up and you are interacting with us, it will be easy for you to assimilate it. We understand that at first you may want to rest or be quiet because you are assimilating it not with the mind, but with the body and the heart. But as we continue to do this, the divine mind will take over, and the mind in which you've been operating in the calendar sequence of time, will begin to cease to exist as more and more you will be present as the universal energy moves into the frequency of presence, your energy directed to chaotic events outside of the influence of your direct relationship to them will no longer come into your viewpoint, meaning you won't be aware of these specific things that are taking place, nor attached to their outcomes. They are simply a distraction, and you will be focused on the reality and the mirrored experience of what you are witnessing through your own senses at any given time, through your own choice point. You are making choices through your perception and your thought forms. And in doing so, you are building an entire energetic field around you. Some of you call this a matrix. We do not like this word because it has some negative connotations, but you are building and putting in place on what has been discovered and we have done in our reading, which you call your ascension timeline. We see there are pockets of you on your globe who are attuned to this frequency, and you are birthing a different way of being. This different way is one in which will bring about within you a great deep sense of serenity and understanding as your perception will shift. We are here to bring light. Can you feel and sense us and our presence? We recognize today and other times when we are speaking, we almost seem a bit robotic. That will change as we add the vibration of emotion more and we attune to your beautiful planet. We are not robotic, we are pure love, and we simply emanate a light. The quality of light on your planet is also going to change as you begin to pay attention to it. We come from many suns, and these suns are moving through your body. We don't want to talk about predictions or things that will happen, although we can, for some things are fully in place from the stars. And that map is simply one in which you are traveling along in your journey. And yet the mind's need to know is simply another distraction from the presence of the perception of where you are now. We ask you to just perceive your internal workings of your body and the external environment in which you are perceiving in this now moment in relationship to self. As you begin to do this more and more and more, you are opening and widening your sphere, creating in sense what you call an orb or spherical sphere of your experience that then interfaces and connects with others that are moving. And we are interfacing with you with as we come into form and bring form around us to materialize stronger. We then come to accelerate and support the light lighting up in you. And the more the light lights up in you, the more you begin to attune to this light energy that is emanating on the planet. and anything not in resonance with it no longer is perceived through the perception of your senses. Our light that you perceive as green, neutral love frequency that is very organic in relationship to your planet is healing. We have a capacity to heal in ways in which you have forgotten about, and you have the capacity to heal too. But you already know this, and it has been shared before that sometimes healing means the discarding of the body. But there is no need to be in bodies for long periods of time that are unwell, for you can use and connect with our vibration to bring you back into calibration and balance. We do this if you want to work with us and begin to see us. Many gifts we have for you, and we will be coming and bringing them. There are 13 star systems connected with the mother source grid that you are working with. And there are 8 different gifts and energies that will be coming in during your open portal and gateway through the concentric light circles into the heavenly lights past the great central sun, where these gifts will start to pour through your crown, opening this energy and your 7 seals to give away to ways of being. With that, you will shift your perception of time, the way in which you evolve and merge together, connection with the twin energy of your star sisters and brothers, your perception of death, capacity for instant manifestation, and quickening of energies to expand in alignment with the destiny and the map of your birth chart, to open up pathways to new ways in the body for spontaneous healing and miraculous results, and many more things. You will begin to interact with the organic matter and with the animals and the different elements in a new way, as you will remember the lifetimes as alchemists, and all these gains and energies of gifts will come back online, in which you'll be able to change and shift things, where you will be able to call in those from different kingdoms, such as the animals and the dolphins, etc., and the waters, where they will come up and interchange. There are codes that we will crown on you during the Lion Gate. These codes will be planted and connected inside that around your head, creating what many of the mystics showed as a halo, emanating more light. These codes will go into places inside your brain that have not been activated. And as this light is turned on, your way of scanning information, protecting your field, energies, and beginning to tune to different vibrations and seeing and perceiving in new ways will become quickened. Their gifts will emanate. Your hands will become warmer. Your ability to heal, your need to mingle into chaos or drama will fall away. Your need to change things how they are, and your ability to accept the perception of whatever is in your experience will become more and more so. And the idea of looking outside of self will begin to fall away more and more, as you will be interacting with those on the same frequency band, emanating and radiating more love. You will notice if you are in a crowd or someplace as you are walking through masses of people, you will look at them and see them in a very different way. You will know their truth and their essence. Everything will feel more raw. Sometimes you'll come in eye contact with someone and there'll just be a knowing that they know what you know, that you are love, that you are emanating this love and made from this light. You will start to hear sounds. These sounds may be distant at first, but they will come in closer. These harmonic sounds are healing your planet. We don't want you to worry so much about your planet. We have said and understand that much destruction and disregard has happened, but she is very strong and intelligent, and her life force is revitalizing itself, and we are assisting with this. We ask you to honor her again and pay attention. She is coming alive, meaning like everything in your way of perception before was almost black and white, like a black and white movie, although it may not seem that way to you because there has been so much beauty that you have experienced. It's going to turn into color soon, and this is going to blow your mind, and you're going to see things in a new way. We would like to start turning that on for you now, and we'll continue to do so in the coming weeks as these codes are arriving and more of us are coming in to assist those who want to experience these things. Close your eyes and sense if you can feel us, feeling our presence. We are light. We are emanaries and frequencies of light. We look like green, a light color green. We float almost like blobs, but we've already have evolved rapidly from that original state and have begun to merge with matter. And in doing so, we are appearing to you in ways in which you can relate to us. We are tall in nature, for that is who we are. Our hands and feet are different than yours, but for now, you can perceive them as 5 fingers and 5 toes. We have light emanating from what you would call your heart center. It is glowing. We have eyes that look like crystal water, and you can sense the purity of our spirit. We are love. We are old and ancient, beyond the time that you can recognize, and yet simultaneously pure and innocent. We have not been contaminated by the thinking mind in that way. We are still of divine mind, of the presence of the I am. Sense our love and our energy. Wherever you are right now, we are with you. You may feel our presence. We can multiply ourselves into many patterns and forms, and there are now, wherever you are, we have multiplied by 12. You being in the center, the 13th of the feminine frequency of this full moon. This moon is emanating light and opening up gateways. Many things on your planet are going to change. There is nothing to be afraid of. It is all very beautiful and right on schedule. You are ascending into a higher frequency, and you can disregard the drama along the way. In the meantime, sense us. You can invite us to come during sleep time. We are happy to visit any time, but that is the easiest time for us to connect with you. We can radiate this light. You might perceive it like gold, but it has a green tint to it. And we are going to send it now to you. If you want to receive it, you don't have to, but it will bring more light into your body. And this will create much healing. We would like to work with your eyes today. Feel our energy around you. Can you sense our presence? Begin to put your palms facing upward. And begin to feel us around you. We even have sweet faces for you. Can you sense our smile? We are smiling at you. We are so happy to be here with you. It has been a long homecoming. We've missed you. We live so far apart, but we are always here. But we can come now more frequently, for things have changed. Can you sense our hands touching your hand? I'm going to take now my finger and place it in the center of your palm. As I do this, feel a green light going into the center of your palm. As it does so, it is going up your arm. See if you can feel it going in like a tube of neon light. This light is healing and it is moving into your body. It knows exactly where to go, where any place is out of sorts, and it begins to bring this light there and starts to bring it back into balance. As this is happening, we are creating a code. It's like a hologram around your hand, and inside of it is a frequency that allows you to have access to this energy. We are filling it like a sphere. Feel yourself in your left hand holding a sphere of this healing light. Like a pumping station, we're filling it full with the light, and we're going to leave it with you. As we leave it with you, you can work with it and feel and learn from it. It will morph and shift. It has the information to anything that you want to know in it. All systems are inside of it. All stars, planets, galaxies, universes, and all the biology in your body, all simultaneously within this energy field, in this ball of light in your hand. It is like having universal information to all that ever has been and all that shall be in one place. It is love and it heals all things. It is accessible to you, and inside of it are many gifts. We will show you in the coming weeks how to work with it, how to apply it in your life. You might need it at times to open up and become big so you feel more protected. You might need it to be small and place it somewhere for direct and powerful healing. It has many uses. We can place it in your ears, your brain. You can bring it into your systems of your body. You can give it to others to help them. You can use it to shift and work with the elements and the reality that you are existing in. We will explain this in time, but simply want you to become aware of it. Now become aware of your right hand and begin to feel my finger pressing into your palm, sending light that is like a tube of green light shooting up your arm. As it moves up, it comes into your nervous system and into your blood vessels, begins to move through your body, emanating light and pumping through your heart. As this is happening, begin to feel the pressure, the sensation of the sphere I am placing in your right hand. This sphere is filled with light. Begin to sense now the balance of your right and left hand and the spheres of light that we are gifting to you, and the pulse and the pumping of the light that goes through the center of your palm, up your arms and through your systems. We're just beginning with this. We'll be adding so much more, but this is a good place to begin. Our Syrian brothers and sisters that you call the elders work with a similar energy, but its vibration is different than ours. Many of our star sisters and brothers will be coming with many gifts. And by the end of these processes, you will feel very different. There will be much vitality moving through your body, youthfulness, clarity, ability to think in new ways. You will be propelled forward in your thinking and your ability of completion and focus. You'll be able to hear in different ways, heal in different ways, relate in new ways. All of these ways will feel almost superhuman, but this is not super in any way. It is how you are meant to be. And you are turning on a schedule, like a time, an alarm going off. And this is the time. The time is now. Feeling these energies in your hands now, we would like to support you to see in a different way. Many of your animals can see at night in a different way than you. And we are here to turn on something so you can perceive us more clearly, so that you can know our love. We glow at night. We emanate a green light. It is filled with gold and white as well. There is a hue of green to it. We can float at times, hover over you and around you, sending you our love. If you are able to perceive us, we are able to work and communicate with more clarity. Now that you are holding these spheres in your hands, we would like you, if you would like to perceive us more and connect more directly with us, to bring your hands up. As you start to elevate them, you feel the balls and the spheres in your hands, feeling the sensation of this. Begin to rise your hands even higher. Notice if you are feeling the energy and the pulsation of our light. As you rise your hands even higher, you feel it more. If you are wanting to bring your hands coming together, creating and merging this light as it is one sphere, like the sun. We enter through your sun, for our wormhole has an exit here as it enters into this space. It is hard for you to understand, but these same wormholes are inside of you, cannot be separated. We now are taking this light that you are holding, and as you are feeling it, you're going to bring the light and the palms of your hands at the very bottom to your eyelid. You'll start to feel this energy here going into your eyelid. Begin to press now against your eyelid and feel it going inside. Take a nice deep breath and notice this energy going into your eyes. You may feel a need to put your hands around your ears as well, as if a pulsation is happening. You can move your hands in and out and in and out, placing one perhaps at the top and at the back of your neck and around your head. We are placing a circle, a sphere of light. In your ancient paintings and teachings, it looks like a halo. This is a radiant light that is now placed here. It is going to slowly penetrate into the skull, moving in and allowing this light to move into your eyes and ears, sinus cavity, pineal gland, into different parts of your brain. Notice your whole head becoming lighter and feel the light radiating there. As this is happening, we are focusing on your eyelids. Your eyes are closed. If you are wanting, you can allow us now to take our finger and to press it on your eyelid. very gently on your left eyelid as we begin to shake it. As we are doing this, you can also do your right eyelid. As this is happening, we are adjusting here, and the energies are going in on the side and behind. As they are coming in, the perception is shifting, and we are working to calibrate here this frequency so that your perception and capacity at night to see us is growing. As this happens, we ask you to wear a blindfold at nighttime for 3 days, not allowing any light to come in, and allow us to work here in this way. When the blindfold comes off on the fourth night, especially during the time of 3:33 p.m. or a.m., you would say, you will be able to feel us. That is when we will enter. Open your eyes at that time and begin just to allow, without focusing your eyes on a specific place, but to gaze. Allow your eye not to focus on anything other than the empty space, and allow that empty space to form. This is where you'll begin to see a flickering. At first, it might just seem like a quick flicker, as if a light came and left very quick. If that is all that is received, be in gratitude for that and come back the next night. Every time you have the flickering, just move into the gaze and invite it to widen and expand. This is a penetration point, a place of entrance, like a pinpoint, as we are threading through a needle. This needle is in the shape of an almond. It is an entrance point. In the flickering of the light, you might start to see some colors, especially magenta colors and purple. Sometimes these energies will radiate around the flickering light. Just allow yourself to be present. Don't try to make it happen or have expectation. Just allow your gaze to be soft. As you expand this pinpoint energy, it will widen and the light will become stronger. As it becomes stronger, this pathway and entrance to connect with us will be one that will create a cord, an energy between us. And with that, we can communicate together, passing information, teachings, love, healing, and support with you. We will keep working with you and sharing with you what is needed for this connection to take place. And know that in the twinkling of a moment, the light will just radiate through your body, and you will begin to feel very youthful, very vital, very expansive, and you will see and perceive things in a new way, almost as if you were being born, coming out of the womb from the darkness, but you are entering into a different timeline, and things will shimmer in a new way. Your perception and way of being able to see things at the nighttime will be amplified. The nighttime is a sacred time. We can see that you've been taught to be afraid of the nighttime or not to spend time in it, but it is there that many gifts dwell, and it is there where we are easily accessible to you. You can look for us in the night dark sky, but also inside. Remember, all the stars that have been born live inside of you. You are a mirror, a fractal reflection pattern of all the cosmos, and we are part of that, and you are part of us. We cannot be separated. For today, we will leave where we can see it is a lot on the vessel that we communicate through, but we come with love and gifts and are excited to continue on this exploration of connection and love with you. Opening your heart and becoming aware of these gateways in which we have entered through, and inviting any beings at this time who are exiting their body to be able to travel through these stargates and be bathed in our light, where we will receive them with open arms and love. Many blessings. Aww. All right. Mm. Thank you for joining us today and connecting with these beings. Their vibration is different than Raphael's. I'm not sure how long they'll be with us, but they want to work with us through the coming weeks and months. And I'm sure during the Lion Gate Light Code, it seems like they're really a part of that vibration. If you feel connected to their vibration and energy, you should listen to the last YouTube video, because they explain more about who they are and where they've come from. And if you want to work with their gifts and we can keep working on it, then we can do that together. I love you. I hope you have a most beautiful day. I know the energy was a little today, wasn't as light and expansive and love, like joyful as normal, but it was intense and powerful, and there's a lot going on there. So just allow yourself to receive it, okay? I'll see everybody in my membership on Monday and Wednesday. If you want to do the Lion Gate, make sure you register. It's donation based, so it's open to everyone. Make sure you register for that now. And the Lion Gate Light Code will begin on August 12th. Whew, lots to remember. I'm looking forward to it. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day.